So this is not me wanting to shit on IITs, though I wish I had enough credentials to do that, but it's on a bit more serious topic. It's about the resource management in our country. So I had this weird hobby when I was a little child. I mean, not that little, but when I was 13 or 14 years of age, I had this habit of looking at university campuses, those big, magnificent campuses of various universities located in different parts of the world, MIT, Cambridge, Harvard, IITs, etc. I would like to blame this behavior on one of my friends. When I was studying in ninth grade, somewhere around October or November month, he asked me whether I would like to join his family for IIT Bombay Tech Fest. So I was like, why not? Let's see how college cultural fests happen. Until then, I had seen all those things only in movies and TV shows, but I never had any real experiences of what a college fest would look like. Contrast to the three unremarkable cubicle buildings in which I studied, the IIT Bombay campus was literally spread across like 550 acres of land. All departments had buildings as large as my school, and some departments like computer science and engineering had multiple buildings. All this physical infrastructure, along with multiple hostels, cafeterias, hotels, auditoriums, playground, Olympic sized swimming pool, and even a literal forest inside the campus. The forest part is not surprising considering that IIT Bombay campus is built on Sanjay Gandhi National Park land. Needless to say, I was impressed and I decided one day I was going to study in a campus like this and was going to enjoy my filmy campus life. Fast forward, finishing my matriculation, like everybody else, I took admission in a coaching center to prepare for JEE mains and advance. That's when dreams hit reality. 10 lakh students competed for a little over 17,000 seats available in IITs, along with a little over 24,000 seats in NITs of India. This highlights our problem with resource allocation in our country. So, my dear viewers, after wasting your time for so long, now I am going to enter to the main content of this video. Consider this for a moment. The 10 oldest IITs as a whole, taking into account all the courses they provide, accommodate a little less than 90,000 students at any given time. Now compare it to University of California, a system somewhat parallel to IIT but has 10 campuses spread across California. Those 10 universities accommodate a total of around 3 lakh students, which if we consider is more than even all the 23 IITs combined, which has a student strength of around 1,20,000 students at any given time. Now, compared to this, top 10 IITs accommodate around 90,000 students. Add 13 more IITs and the number just swells up to 1,20,000 students. Just consider the 5 oldest legacy IITs in Kharagpur, Bombay, Madras, Delhi and Kanpur. These institutions can accommodate up to 60,000 students. This unplanned expansion of IITs throughout the 2000s and 2010s, which in reality adds very little capacity and extends monetary resources and thus reducing the actual per capita student capacity as well as research potential. This brings us to the next part, that is money and resource allocation. We cannot compete with the US in money allocation for at least next 20 or 30 years. So I won't even consider the money allocated and the endowments UC campuses receives for this video's sake. But in my own humble opinion, it would be much easier to develop campuses of 5 legacy IITs to double or triple their student capacity and to develop them into center of excellence in research and development rather than creating new campuses from scratch. Remember, IIT Bombay has a literal forest inside it. Well, some of that area can be used to increase the institute's potential without destroying the actual flora and fauna and ambience of the institute. I can say with reasonable confidence that it is true for other IITs also. The entire student capacity of 23 IIT campuses is just double that of the 5 legacy IITs. Besides this, newer campuses means more money on maintaining the physical infrastructure costs. A lot of them, though absolutely necessary for a good functioning of a university, doesn't add to the R&D potential of the university directly. If you look at the establishment dates of IITs, one thing is very clearly observable. The 5 legacy IITs were built in the late 50s and early 60s. After that, there was a brief pause. Then in 90s, IIT Guwahati was created. So just one more IIT added in the entire decade of 90s. 1994 to be precise, which I would say is a rather well planned addition. Then in 2002, IIT Roorkee was established by converting a British era engineering college into IIT, which again is commendable as the college was already a good functioning college and converting it into IIT meant being greeted with more funds and autonomy. Things took a downturn from there. 6 IITs were established in 2008 and 2 were established in 2009. It's a bit strange coincidence that all these developments took place in parallel to the 2009 Lok Sabha elections. Then one IIT in 2012, then government changed, 2 in 2015, 5 in 2016, and 2 overseas colleges, one in Zanzibar, Tanzania, a satellite campus of IIT Madras, and one in Abu Dhabi, a satellite campus of IIT Delhi, established in 2023. Two overseas campuses look good for PR, but since both came in existence in 2023, it's hard to comment on them. Since both campuses are governed by IIT Madras and Delhi, let's keep a positive hope. Third is the very obvious student attitude in India regarding engineering, the very attitude of identifying with branch instead of the actual desire to study any particular subject, in which civil engineering takes the lowest value and computer science takes the highest value. Now, this attitude isn't entirely the fault of students, but it's more like a response to the changing demands of job market, which makes branches elites and backwards and changes with job market. Another problematic aspect is the very famous slogan regarding IITs, which goes as follows: B.Tech is the product, M.Tech is the byproduct, and PhD is the waste product. It's a campus joke, urban legend, or an internet phenomenon. I don't know, but this mindset is somewhat present in IITs and Indian society as a whole. Who infected whom? Again, I don't know. But with this mindset, it is very dangerous and very counterproductive, and will also lead to corruption and willful degradation of the IIT system if it becomes prevalent or people begin to take it too literally. Now, this video isn't a criticism of all hardworking students and professors in the premier institutes, but rather some troubling and stupid things which I observed in the IIT system. Do I have a solution? The answer again might be no, because if what I said about IITs is to be taken seriously and done properly, will definitely lead to a lot of political drama regarding the closure of IITs, and the restructuring itself would lead to unfairness to a lot of students, because I have full trust on our politicians and bureaucrats to mess up any significant restructuring, along with issues of regional politics, if any change in status quo is made other than adding new IITs.